Alright, what's going on guys? WB Kyle here and welcome back to a brand new Hearthstone video today. In today's video we're going to go over the card changes that were announced on, what day was it? I believe it was Wednesday they were announced, just yesterday, or maybe it was the day before. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, I'm a big fan of these changes. I'm going to go over what I like, what I dislike, and I'm going to play as the new Priest character because I think she looks amazing. And we're just going to be playing Resurrect Priest, so let's give it a go. I think I'm going to keep Abusive Circle just for a comeback method. Yeah, why not? So the first card we're going to start off with today is Rockbiter Weapon. That's changed from 1 mana to 2 mana, and that seems like a really big deal. I'm not too sure if it's going to be cut from every deck, but I can definitely see it being cut from certain lists. The ability to not play it on turn 1 to kill your opponent's Mana Worm, or even if you're playing another Shaman's Tunnel Trog or any card basically that you would normally want to kill with it on turn 1, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. So that is really unfortunate. Also, it's going to reduce the amount of burst you can do, because when you play your Alakir on turn 8 or whatever, you're not going to be able to double Rockbiter him. You're only going to be able to do 1 max, otherwise it's going to cost too much unless you do some Thorsen discounts or something like that. But Blackrock Mountain's getting rotated out anyway. So yeah, the Rockbiter change probably hurts quite a bit. And that's just my overall thoughts on it. It might still be played in certain decks, but it's basically a strictly worse Fiery War Axe. We are getting wrecked right now. The next card would be Tuskarr Totemic. I love this change. I know some people don't, but I am in love with this change because I just think the card's busted. I think the fact that you can lose the game on turn 3 by them playing a 3-2 that summons a 3-4 is just total bullshit RNG. I do think it's good for some RNG to be in the game, but when it's a turn 3 that just instantly loses you the game, that might be taking it just a little bit too far, Blizzard. So I'm glad they made this change. It seems like a very well balanced change. I can still see this card being used in like Totem Shaman decks, although I don't think it'll be used in any aggro lists anymore, but that's just my opinion. I don't think this is enough to Abusive Circle. Then he just kills my Abusive. I think I want more value, so we'll just drop Barnes. What are we gonna get? Alright, I'm not gonna heal just yet. Could like coin Power Word Shield, but I don't see too much of a point in doing that just now. So the next card I want to talk about is Call of the Wild. Went from 8 mana to 9 mana. Some might think of it as a big deal. I still personally think the card will be run in pretty much every Hunter deck. Downsides, you can't play like a 2-drop with it, or you can't turn 10 hero power as well as play Call of the Wild. So that might be a big deal. And obviously it makes the deck's curve higher, so that can hurt the deck a bit. But overall, I think the card is still good enough to where even if it costs 10 mana, I could still see it being played in certain decks. So yeah, I don't think this will affect the card too much. Feels kind of odd that they decided to make this change kind of randomly, honestly. Hunter didn't seem like a too overpowered class at the time, and I just think it's a strictly worse Shaman in most cases. So I can see why this card needed to be nerfed, but I don't think the class needed any nerf, so I'm not entirely sure my full opinion on it. But I gotta think of my turn here. Could Abusive Circle. Could also Pyro, Shadow Word Pain. I think I'm gonna go with the Pyro play here. This one. And I think I'm gonna throw out the... do I throw out the coin though? No, I'm gonna hold it. I don't think putting this down to 1 and killing this is that big of a deal unless he rolls a... Okay. Still not that big of a deal, honestly, and I'm surprised he even bothered using Lightning Bolt there. I would have just swung with the weapon. But Oh well. Alright. It's pretty good. Alright. Next card I wanted to talk about here is Execute. I was actually very surprised about this change, honestly. Execute is one of those cards that arguably did need to be changed. I do agree with the change, and I still think Execute's a strong enough card to where it will be played in pretty much every deck. However, I still think the change was just very random. I don't think it's going to hurt the control decks very much, because usually you like float 5 mana on like turn 9, 10 anyway. You usually just armor up, maybe play a card, and pass. So in the control decks, I don't think it'll matter very much. However, in the more aggro lists, or maybe something such as Dragon, where you want to like turn 4 Ravaging Ghoul execute something, say Faceless, what are they called? Flame Wreath Faceless. You're not going to be able to do that anymore. So that might be a pretty big hit, although I still think the card's going to be used in every deck. All right. I don't mind that. I kind of need some card draw here. I mean, I got cards, but Entomb and Sylvanas aren't that great against this deck. Auchenai Circle. I think it's time. I think I'll heal my face first too before. There's no point attacking with the Loot Hoarder. It's a pretty good draw. I think I will coin out the Injured Blade Master, otherwise I'm never gonna use the coin this game, I don't think. Next card's Charge. Now, they've reworked Charge like 3-4 times in the past. I don't even know anymore. I never played the game originally when it was where I think it was 0 mana or something like that. But this change makes for a few combos. I mean, it killed the one-turn kill Worgen deck, and a lot of people are upset about that. I don't really know how I feel entirely, mainly because I don't think the deck was... Oh shit, I forgot that would happen. Well, I'm Shadow Word painting that. Also should have played Peace to the Feast. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm trying to focus on my conversation, so I just made like 6 misplays. Charge, it has some synergies with cards such as Sylvanas. Now you play Sylvanas, you charge it into another minion, you steal something on the same turn you played it. Certain situations like that, but it certainly doesn't allow for Worgen one-turn kill warrior decks to be a thing anymore. So some people are happy. Personally, I'm indifferent about it, because I mean, the deck was really hard to like play around. You know, it's kind of just, it felt unfair at times. But at the same time, it was a deck that took a lot of skill to, you know, actually master. And you needed Thor Sand discounts. It was a deck that needed combos and skills to pull off. And I think this deck, like that deck combo idea is healthy. But I don't think this deck in particular was quite right, if you guys get what I'm saying here. And I think I'm at a high enough health total here where healing minions is the right choice now. So yeah, that's my opinion on Charge. Hey, we won. I think I will keep this hand. It seems really weird, but I think against a mage going turn 3 Injured Blade Master Flash Heal isn't too bad. Actually, will I? Seems really greedy. I feel like I should mulligan for the Loot Hoarders and Shadow Word Pains. I won't keep the Flash Heal, but I'll keep these two. Turn yeah, this is fine. I'm glad we got a Pain, in case he has Mana Worm or Flame Waker or something like that. Anyway, what I'm going to be talking next about is Abusive Sergeant. This change wasn't a surprise to anyone, I don't think. Ever since they changed Leper Gnome like last year, I think a lot of people have been calling for this nerf to happen. It's just such a strong card. I think it'll still be played in some decks such as Zoo. You're just looking to buff up your other minions. You're not really looking for the attack stats. Although I think this will hurt it in decks such as Hunter, where you could sometimes and oftentimes just play it as a 1-drop. That's a 2/1, and it could trade up against your enemy's 2-drop that is just 2 health or something like that. Say I had played an Abusive Sergeant on turn 1 here. He plays turn 2 Sorcerer's Apprentice. I will no longer be able to trade into it, and that's a really big deal. So like I said, I still think certain decks may run it, but I don't think every deck will run it, especially Hunter, because you have just way better 1-drop options with Fiery Bat. Do I play Injured Blade Master here? It just dies. Yeah, sure. I need to threaten this because I have no other way of killing it. And last but not least, the biggest change that everyone is like either super happy about or super upset about is Yogg-Saron. So yeah, I got a few thoughts on that as well. As sad as I am to see a card like Yogg-Saron that's so fun kind of just get buried to the ground, I can also see why it's good for the game in a way. Don't get me wrong, I love Yogg-Saron. He's super fun to play. It just really sucks when you've worked all game up until turn 10, your enemy drops Yogg-Saron, you had a total lead, he gets 3 secrets, draws 7 cards, and clears your board, summons Call of the Wild, and you just don't even know where you went wrong. And that's the problem, is that most of the time you didn't go wrong anywhere. Your enemy just got super lucky RNG, and I think to an extent that's just not good for the meta. I think they did take the nerf a little bit too far. I mean, how many times have I played Yogg and the first spell he casts is Hex, Silence, you know, like Lava Bursts himself, Twisted Nether. There's like a million spells. Firelines Portals himself, a million different spells that can just instantly kill him. And then you just might end up playing a 10 mana 0/1 taunt if the first spell he casts is Hex on himself. So I think they did take it a little bit too far. I'm not too sure what recommendation I'd have to fix it, but all I know is they maybe should have put a bit more thought into it. But that's just my opinion. So let's see here. What is the play? Probably just Feast, heal myself. Could Excavated, trade into that. Maybe I do that actually. Yeah, sure. He only has 3 cards left, so these cards in my hand are actually kind of dead at the moment. Maybe he'll drop a Thorus and I can death it. Kabbalist Tome. Actually really sucks for me because I have no pressure right now. I think I'm just going to play Priest and heal. He's probably going to get Fireballed, but not much I can do about that. I don't think I can pass this turn, otherwise I just lose the game. Why would he want this down to 2 attack? Wait, is he actually playing Cthulhu in his deck? Interesting. Okay, not Counterspell. Could still be like Vaporize. Mirror Entity. Alright. Not too mad about that. Mage probably doesn't have any healing effects anyway, so it's probably just a 3/5. So yeah, guys, if you're just here for my opinion on the card changes, that's going to be the end of the video for you. I'm going to finish up this game if you want to keep watching. I really like this new Priest here. I was very surprised when I just logged on and she was out. So yeah, what do you guys think about her? What do you guys think about the card changes? Let me know down in the comments below as always, and drop a like if you've made it this far into the video. What is my play? I don't want to entomb any of these cards. I think I'm just going to death this, hit this, heal up, and take a pass. I don't know why I'm playing Priest, just kind of because I got the new, I don't even know what her name is anymore. If you guys are curious about the emotes, I will do them. I wonder why he keeps setting my guy down to 2 health. I don't know what the point of that is. I think it's better that that spell got counterspelled over Circle of Healing. Otherwise my guy dies. Alrighty. Brilliant. And the threaten. Kind of like that one. Man, I really have no plays here. Feels Priest, man. I mean, I could have drawn Onyx Bishops, like Shifting Shade, Sylvanas. Although I wouldn't have played Sylvanas on this board. I wonder what his game plan here is. Just trying to draw into something. Maybe Antonidas, perhaps. Guessing, I feel like one of these is Vaporize. Okay, not Mirror Entity. We'll check for Effigy. Not Effigy, okay. Not too sure what it is, but the more and more he does nothing on his turns, the better position it seems that I get in. No, Flame Strike. It's fair. Sad thing is I have no plays either. Oh man. I think I just play a Pyro. Put something out on the board. Never lucky. Darn. Do I Entomb an Azure Drake? No, I Flash Heal an Azure Drake. I didn't think of Spellbender actually. I assumed Ice Barrier, Ice Block. So that really sucks actually. Darn. I mean, he did Spellbender, a 1-drop card, but it was like 1 mana, deal 5 damage, so it was still pretty value. Oh, Medivh. I wonder if this is a... No, this is the second Mana Worm we've seen, right? Can't be Arena. I'm going to Entomb that card. You go. It's a pretty good one. Is that actually the best one? I believe it is. Seven drop. Never lucky. He's actually gonna use the... Oh, he didn't kill my... What? Why? Why doesn't he kill this card? What was the point of Flame Striking? Just the 7-drop? It's very interesting. That really sucks. I should have healed this first. That's a misplay there. Oh well. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. This would have just got pinged off next turn. No, but I could have healed it. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. I'm running out of steam here. I need Medivh. Shifting Shade. Alright, I'll take that. I don't know if Pyro does anything. I don't know if it'll ever do anything, but I think having a 3/2 out doesn't matter here. Plus, if my hand's empty, he can go more aggressive, because he could think this is some sort of AoE. Flash Heal, out of all the cards I could have drawn. Don't think I'm going to use it. I don't know what my win condition is in this deck. I still have 2 Onyx Bishops, Sylvanas, and Medivh. So I think there's a decent chance we can win. He only has like 10 cards left, not counting his board. And this is definitely Ice Block. I think it's time I play my cards. to get a board presence out. If he has another AoE, I lose, but I feel like he won't. Maybe arcane missiles. Maybe this game will go to fatigue. Who knows? Alright. Doesn't have polymorph for my Sylvanas anymore. That's good news. There's the arcane missiles. Sad thing is I cannot deal with this board. Not even Excavated Evil. Feels priest, man. He has like some. Okay. Tis finished. You win. You guys get to see her concede emote at least. That's good news, I guess. I was in 4 with like 4 stars this season, and then I've been playing priest, so. And not really trying too hard. I've just been kind of having fun because the season's over tomorrow. So I kind of realized I didn't have time to hit legend. But next season, I'm going to be going much harder, as well as when the new expansion, or the next one is. Or even when the cards get nerfed. I don't know when that's going to happen. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a thumbs up. Helps so much. Appreciate you guys as always. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.